Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment. And today I'm going to be talking about something that I really wish I had talked about as soon as it started popping off. But to my understanding, the persons involved in this are planning to drop another video. Hopefully, it's up later today. It might not be. But CreepShow art and the lolcow drama, the thread. Now, I'm going to read through some of this, and then I'm going to talk about why I am in no way, shape, or form surprised, because Shannon is an awful person. She's kind of always been an awful person from what I've seen. And any interactions that my friends or people I've known that have had with her have been extremely negative. But I'll get into it and I'll explain why. But this in no way surprises me because she's always been a two-faced, duplicitous bitch. I'm going to have to censor that last part. But let's see here. I've seen some people ask about the CreepShow art lolcow drama. This is a thread. Shannon's been posting on lolcow, a gossip site about influencers, since at least 2018. She's posting anonymously, but admins outed her as punishment for pretending to be her own fans and haters. Which apparently the lolcow site has rules about self-promotion, and lolcow is basically an anonymous site. If you break their rules too many times, they can basically leak out your IP. This wound up happening to Shannon. Her IP was then released, and yeah. Now, to be fair, I have to say allegedly, because Shannon is not admitting to it. Instead, she is claiming that she has a stalker, and that stalker is spoofing her IP to go onto an anonymous website. Like, kind of sounds a little fucking nuts, right? Especially with how long this stalker would have had to been spoofing her IP, because this is a year ago. But I guess, look, not to be a dick. I don't know any of these people. Is D'Angelo? Oh, D'Angelo Wallace. D'Angelo Wallace, piece of shit. But but look, I might not like certain people that she's insulting, right? Like D'Angelo Wallace. But if that's someone that she is calling a friend, for her to be talking shit behind his back like that, look. This is what I'm talking about her being two-faced and everything. Here we go. D'Angelo is the guy that everyone pretends to like, but no one really does. He tried to get in tight with a lot of them, and because he talked about drama made Holly look like a tool, they befriend him for safety. I think Holly sucks, but before HUD video came out, no one in the community said shit. Then she decided to rebrand and delete, and is pretty much at zero still. They're all scared of that. So her saying that nobody likes D'Angelo and they just don't want D'Angelo attacking them, which this is not okay. I mean, no, like, look, if I went ahead and said something like that, I don't like D'Angelo, right? It's perfectly fine for me to talk shit. I don't like that. I've been pretty open about that. But again, she's claiming to be this person's friend, and then anonymously is going to this lolcow site to basically just talk a bunch of shit. What's this one? I used to like this thread, but at this point, it's just that this one guy posting repeatedly, trying to get people to think this, I can't say that word, Twitter rants are cool. I tried to watch his video accusing another YouTuber who I have never heard of, Beast Boy, of being a predator and had to click off. If we're talking about Shannon falsely accusing people, this guy called this other YouTube a predator for being interviewed by a minor fan and him having a low voice. How fucking, can't say that word, do you have to be? The self-posting bullshit here is annoying, especially from this Vic Blanco, and also can't say that word. I don't know why she would be attacking Beast Boy or Vic Blanco. I mean, I remember they were covering a situation a while ago, and I guess they're not okay with the language she is using here. I personally don't care, but hey, this is the group of people that Shannon wanted to be, in her audience. Meanwhile, she's clearly not very woke or SGW, which I mean makes sense. She's in the Goon Squad, but uh, she's I find it hilarious that she was a member of the Goon Squad and a member of the art community because the art community is kind of trash, right? And it is not hard at all to offend them. It is not hard at all to offend them because I've literally seen people get into shit with members of the art community over the most asinine shit possible, right? But she was also a member of the Goon Squad, and I mean, no, I'm not saying that members of the Goon Squad are not PC friendly. It's just I found it funny, and yeah, I mean, Shannon falsely accusing people. I think it's crazy, right? She's got this alternate personality that she's pretending to be. It's oh man, I can actually see a situation which Shannon says, oh no, this is part of my mental health, yada 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 yada. I feel like that's gonna be the next step because fake stalker IP spoofing me for years doesn't seem like it's gonna play out. So she basically has to go the my mental health made me do it route. The reason I've never made a video about lolcow is because they're just not interesting enough to be profitable. If lolcow videos did well, I'm sure I'd have a whole catalog because if there's one thing I love more than attention from anonymous image boards, it's money. So that's, D'Angelo. Again, I just don't like the guy, but fine. Perfectly fine statement. I don't like websites like lolcow, Kiwi Farms, Pool. To be fair, I don't know as much about lolcow. I don't like the anonymous boards like that because generally it's just a lot of shit talking, and that's where you see people's doxes go. Although, again, I don't know anything about lolcow specifically. It's just I'd probably just avoid it because it's a shit talking site. He's doing the same thing on repeat, acting like he's doing something big. Now admits to creeping on lolcow. He's worse than CreepShow. I might not like D'Angelo, but no, he's definitely not worse than CreepShow. She is to women are predators too, guys, as Blair White is to these trans people are weird. Okay, I don't actually know why that's not okay, because I just don't know the context of the statement. But I honestly don't know what the issue with this one statement was, but I'm sure someone can let me know in the comments. Most of her posts are either about her own online persona and content or about her drama with Hopeless Peach and Toby Majestic, I don't know who that is, in which she calls Peaches a leech who sucks CreepShow's dick and Toby Shannon 2.0. Tony post even screenshot link at the end of thread. I am not going through that. But look at this. She loves talking shit about art tubers and calls some of them can you not say that word, I guess? And fake boy, a slur towards really? I didn't even know that. I'm learning a lot of shit today. But as far as she loves talking shit about art tubers, everybody likes talking shit about you guys because you are fucking nuts. But again, she is a member of that community, right? She pretends to be these people's friends. And look, just to be clear, if this is the type of shit Shannon was saying publicly, and then also she was on this anonymous image board site saying the same shit, whatever, right? But she's over here pretending to be this art tuber, pretending like these are all her friends, talking about, how she's got this stalker and Hopeless Peaches. Well, actually, to be fair, she did start shit with Hopeless Peaches anyways. As CreepShow later on. I don't know, we can go through this. What is this? How she likes to virtue signal about body positivity. She sure likes using chubby and fat as insults as well as making fun of Sikuno skin issues. Yeah, well, there you go. I guess my easiest way of getting into that part there as far as body positivity, look at the Dream stands, right? 20 million plus people who just love this guy, right? Well, really, I don't think all 20 million are stands, but you know what I mean, right? And constantly for like months, they want apologies, use defensive language, yada, yada, yada. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we forgive you, blah, 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 blah. The moment Dream, one of these idiotic stands doxed Dream and said he was catfishing all of them because it turns out Dream was fat. And all of a sudden, Dream out, Dream's over, yada, yada, yada. People can talk body positivity all they fucking want, but, and I say this as a bigger guy, being fat's not attractive. Being chubby is not attractive, and people still trade in those insults. And again, even Dream with his ultra PC woke audience that wants an apology because if he says something, it could physically harm another human being. They saw he was fat and immediately yeeted him. So, yeah. While being an outspoken fan of Corpse and making videos about how toxic and mean the fandom is, she was lurking a thread that tried to dox him and posted in there making fun of his fans, saying a girl with a corpse tattoo had made herself well, that's true. That's true. Did you see the corpse tattoo? She like tattooed like his voice on her fucking wrist or something. It was nuts. That is true. Like the Corpse and Dream fandoms are kind of got some really nutso women in them. And guys too. She manufactured a whole argument in which she plays both sides to make herself look bad. Good. I don't even know at this point. All the posts outlined and read are her. This is like this is too much. This is too much. Okay, so I want to talk about my situation with CreepShow, my friend's situation with CreepShow, and the people I've known situation with CreepShow. But this does not surprise me in any way, shape, or form, right? So Emily Artful, I guess, is going to be making a video, and I want to watch that in full because she says she's got more on CreepShow. But yeah, I mean, you can see how much stuff there is in here. Essentially, CreepShow, I guess, also is being accused of doxing her own sister on this site. So you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. I mean, that's family too. You shouldn't dox your family members. But look, the worst fan ever, right? This is March 1st, 2021. Like, one thing I realized about CreepShow a while back is she sympathy baits people, right? The worst fan ever. She talks about this fan, Amy, who's a stalker. And I think Kai West or Omnia? Look, I don't know art tubers. And all I know is Kai West and Omnia hate Sen. And I find their whole canceling thing of Sen fucking hilarious. But Omnia, I guess, put out a tweet about how he thinks that Amy is actually Emily Artful, right? And what CreepShow is doing in this video here is essentially taking the shit that she's been doing to Emily Artful and pretending that it's being done to her instead. Again, we need to wait for Emily's video on the subject. I am curious about it. But when we talk about sympathy baiting, it really sounds like she invented an online stalker and then took the shit that she was doing and to someone else and then took those stories and pretended that they were being done to her, right? Really scummy. How about this one? Chris Hansen's Onision documentary is bad. Now, like, 18-minute long video, but one thing I realized, I was watching the beginning of it again. She starts off by talking about how the person who sent her the letter is irrelevant, and it's just kind of nasty, right? And I was like, the person that sent that letter, I don't think is a bigwig at Discovery. They usually force the people that aren't very big in the company to send that shit out. I know I've had to send out letters like this. They're not fun to do, and I don't really like the responses from people I get sometimes, but whatever. But the most telling thing is not that she's kind of just bitchy towards the person who sent her the letter, right? It was she took great issue with the fact that Discovery would not pay her money to promote the documentary, right? Look, also she complained that she didn't get an invite to the documentary, even though she would have said no. But I'm like, look, they're talking about Onision and accusing of being an online predator and shit, right? And look, Onision is fucking garbage. But can you imagine doing a documentary series as bad as the Onision in real life documentary series is? Can you imagine doing that series, right? And you have CreepShow art. Just the name. Don't get me wrong. They've had some awful fucking choices in people appear. Like the Onision Detractor. I still fucking love that shit. I really do. But yeah, no, this is just... This video, if you just watch the first 3 minutes, it's Shannon bitching that Discovery won't pay her money. Because, again, it's not about, informing people of Onision or anything. She needs to be paid to do it, right? I found that a little fucking obvious, right? And then she does the monetized video. Good for her. Now, let's talk about this. Now, how homelessness affected my mental health, right? 81,000 views, March 14, 2021. Surviving homelessness, November 19th. So this is what I found interesting, right? She tried to do this surviving homelessness series, right? And she did episode 1, 233,000 views. She tried doing a follow-up to it, got 42,000 the next month, and then that was it. There was no more surviving homelessness anymore, right? Because people didn't want to watch it. Now, why would that be important? Okay, so I want to say this took place 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe it was longer, maybe it was shorter. Who knows? Just the time is blending together with all the stupid in the air. But a while back, a friend of ours known as Grim had made a tweet at Shannon in which he said that she was a nicer person when she was homeless, right? Now, I can understand why people would immediately look at that and say, oh, no, that was wrong. I mean, I get it, right? But bringing up her homelessness, she regularly tries to use it on her channel. And when it doesn't make her money, she'll stop a whole series about it. And then when she needs sympathy, she'll try it again, right? I'm not trying to be a dick here. It's just, as you can see, Shannon has no issues using her homelessness for views, right? And I'm fine with that. Like, make your money. It's fine, right? But my issue really comes in with when Grim made that tweet. She went and talked about how this was offensive and they're making fun of her for being homeless and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, that's clearly not what was going on, right? Shannon was a nicer person before all of this, right? She was, and I get it, right? You start off with nothing, right? You literally don't have a home. And then you blow up like crazy. You're this big art YouTuber, 476,000 subs. I mean, good income, right? Clout, influence. I mean, you used to be well loved within your own community, right? I can see how that would all go to someone's head, right? I can absolutely see how it would all go to someone's head. And I guess maybe because I know Grim, that's what it was about, right? She did used to be nicer before all of this other shit happened. And now you can see he's not wrong, because she's cyber stalking a girl. She's pretending to be another individual so she can talk shit about her friends behind their back. It doesn't surprise me at all, right? It doesn't surprise me at all that she would then say that Grimm was like harassing her and affecting her mental health. She literally like yeeted her Twitter account, and everybody rushed to CreepShow's defense, screaming that Grimm was attacking her for being homeless. I mean, even Bo Blacks, right, went to Grimm's channel, took a video he did prior to the Cuties film coming out, right? And if you don't know what that film is, don't even fucking look it up, right? And even though he had a more recent video heavily criticizing that film, right? Bo Black's tweet out a photo of one of the videos he'd done before the video released, and the implication was that Grimm really liked the movie, and people started calling Grimm a P word, right? Look, what he did there was really fucked up, Bo Blacks, but it's in the past. I mean, I don't know if Grimm still harbors any ill feelings about it, but that's generally what Shannon would do, right? She'd get into some controversy, she would find some way to be the victim of said controversy, and people would just run to her defense. The Hopeless Peaches situation, the shit that happened with Grimm, and you can clearly see this. It's not like she was shy about talking about her being homeless. So when someone says you used to be nicer when you were, like, look, when I didn't have as much money, I was far more humble. I'm not going to even lie about that. No, I do. I'm a fucking certified asshole. So I understood it at least. What else? There was a situation, and this was even longer. Way back, we decided to cover the story about Repzion, one of CreepShow's maybe pretend friends. I don't know, because then she likes anyone. And how he had gone after this kid named Colton. Now, nobody wanted to defend Colton. Nobody wanted to call out Repzion. But as much as Colton can pop off, as much as Colton can be incredibly hostile, I looked at it and I said, look, he's a 16-year-old kid. There's this massive YouTuber, and that YouTuber is accusing this 16-year-old of having CP of Repzion's then girlfriend, Maya. It was always untrue, right? It was always untrue. Was it wrong for Colton to have nudes of Maya? Abso-fucking-lutely, right? I've even told him that it was wrong, right? But it was not CP. In fact, months and months and months and months and months and months later, right? I think well over a year after all of these things that had happened, Repzion was finally forced to just say, we made a math error. She wasn't actually a minor. It was always bullshit. It was always bullshit. And actually, I think even after admitting that they got it wrong, he's still gone on to accuse Colton of having CP of his girlfriend, because Repzion's a piece of shit. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, I believe Colton tried reaching out to Repzion's friends. Now, a lot of them did not want to talk about the subject, right? And I actually understood a lot of it's probably the way Colton was presenting himself too. I'm trying to be as nice to all parties because I don't want to ascribe motivations to people. But Shannon specifically called out YouTubers making videos on this kid and how wrong it was, right? You shouldn't be making videos about kids, right? And I'm like, okay. So she made this public statement, don't even talk about this subject for Colton's well-being, right? Which obviously wasn't true. Shannon is maybe friends with Repzion. I don't know. I at this point, I don't think she likes anyone. But after she makes that very public statement that nobody should talk about what's going on with Colton for Colton's well-being, it was like 2 weeks later, she did a monetized video about a 14-year-old girl. And I was like, yeah, well, there you go. She is always been two-faced. She's always been duplicitous. And, you know, I've got to say, and this is not me trying to attack the Goon Squad, because, look, I found out about the story from Tipster's video, right? And Tipster is friends with with Shannon, or maybe I don't know who she actually likes or dislikes, but as you can see, you know, I even got his video right up here. CreepShow art is not who you think she is, but I do have to say, look, when one of my friends fucks up, I will generally call them out, right? So good on Tipster for doing that. But I mean, Shannon has for the longest time been this person, right? Shannon has for the longest time been this nasty, right? Shannon has always sympathy baited for views. Shannon has always tried to present herself as the victim, even as, you know, she's victimizing other people, right? And I say victimizing because, well, allegedly victimizing other people. I've seen a lot of the stuff that was done to Emily Artful by either Shannon or an IP spoofer that for over a year used Shannon's IP to pretend to be someone anonymous, so that over a year later the locale form can then leak the IP out, and then Shannon will be destroyed. Like, it's within the realm of possibility. It's just a little fucking nuts, right? Anyways, guys, I don't know what to say here. I'm gonna keep checking out when Emily drops her video. If it's bad, or if it doesn't present any evidence, I'll do a follow-up. If it gets even deeper into this shit, maybe we'll watch the video and do a stream on it on Sunday or Monday. But I don't know what to say. I'm not surprised at all. Anytime anyone I know has interacted with Shannon in any way, shape, or form, it has turned into the most negative, toxic, malicious manipulation of other individuals to just attack anyone criticizing her. She's nasty. She's rude. She's always been this way in anything I've seen her do. Like, even this video, right? I'm not kidding. Just watch the first 3 fucking minutes of Chris Hansen's Onision documentary is bad. And just look at the way she's talking about the person that had to send out the fucking letter, right? Irrelevant person. It's just like nasty shit like that, right? And don't get me wrong, if Shannon was just publicly a bitch, right? Fine, right? That's who she is, right? There's plenty of nasty individuals on the platform that don't try to present themselves as anything other than just, I'm a dick, fuck off, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Shannon does the opposite. Shannon pretends to be PC, I'm your buddy, oh, art community, we're all friends, lovey-dovey hugs. And then in the background, she's made an alt account so she can say how she really feels, right? On top of the harassment of someone else, right? Anyways, guys, you let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm sorry we hadn't had any videos out recently. I just got a new computer and trying to get everything set up. That's why there is no intro, outro music on the video. I do apologize, but hopefully the next video we should have everything set and ready to go. Because I had to talk about this one. I really had to talk about it because every interaction that I have seen Shannon get in with someone is just some of the worst shit possible, right? And look, you can go to the lolcow. I didn't want to post all the really nasty comments. Read for yourself. What do you mean by really nasty? Please, has it been deleted? You guys, please tell me that's not still available. Okay, all right. They've taken it down. Okay. It is taken down. I was like, I can't imagine that they kept it up. But look, they're going to be presenting even more evidence. But at this point, I still have to say allegedly, because it's not like she's actually confessed to doing it, right? What I will say, though, is, again, you have to accept one of 2 possibilities. It is Shannon, or it's someone who has, for over a year, IP spoofed her to go to lolcow and talk shit about all of Shannon's friends and try to convince another YouTuber to attack her so that she can have beef with her. Like, insane shit, right? Insane shit. I don't know. But yeah, And again, look at the Hopeless Peaches situation, right? I'm going to give you some links in the description to Sen's videos on Hopeless Peaches and Shannon, right? Because they're really good if you want the information of what happened between those two individuals, just for more proof of what a monster Shannon is. But you guys let me know what you think about this entire thing. I want to engage in this right now because it's really fucked up. It is really, really, really fucked up.